Good evening, friends. Glad to see you all live on this session. Friends, as you are aware that there is a one report which was on the MCA portal. In fact, there was a one committee which was set up by Ministry of Finance and Corporate Affairs (MCA), and that committee last year, I think in the month of August or something, it was formed, and it took around 6 months to collect all the information, and thereafter that. We got this report which is dated January, but this report has been recently released by MCA. So many of the students thought, "Ki, arey, this report, how come now it is there?" But this report has been dated 31st of I think January, but it has been released just now. This report, I'm actually very happy to see that many of our student friends are, following this, and they have put many comments about this. Then I came across certain students that they were worried and having apprehension that there is something very very negative about us, something like that, which was quite disturbing for me. So few of them I replied, but as the this message size grew up, so I thought, why not to just discuss with our friends that what is the status. That is why this idea came to mind, just have interaction. So actually this report came I think last Friday. Frankly speaking, I have also not gone in depth, because see, just reading and understanding, there is a difference. So what happens is that, suppose there is some recommendation or something, so you have to read between the lines, you have to understand the context also. See, you don't merely go based on that what is written, but you have to understand what is the theme and what is the logic of government up to this. So this reading between the line is very very important. So number one, I would like to clarify is that this is not a regulation, or this is not is coming. Okay, this is a report based on which that MCA will prepare a draft rules. This draft rules generally also are being circulated for public comments, and thereafter the final rules come and they gets notified and that becomes applicable. So this is the flow. So it is just we are at I will put it at the foundation level of CMA, like that. It is in that stage. So it has to undergo certain process which will go it eventually, but it reflects certain reflection of the policies of the government. So that in fact I would like to bring to your notice and see what happens is that this in fact when this report came out, most of our CMA friends, especially the practitioner, they have gone through, and they could find that this report is quite good for them in terms of practice. But the way it is being given to the students, so that is a matter of bit concern. So that is why I just wanted to bring to your notice that what is lying inside. So I have just prepared a small presentation, and let me tell you this: in this small session, it will not be a kind of a technical session, because I myself, I'm, as I told you, that I am under process of reading this in detail. So I just be focused only on the scope part, and just wanted to showcase you some of the parts. So my humble request to all the students is that there is a lot of time for you. So this time you can better utilize. Although that report is something 396 pages or something, maybe 400. So, but you have a lot of time. There are a lot of annexures. So what you can do is that you can uh, squeeze down some of the pages and you can go. Actually, the benefit is that once you go and gone through now, so that gets reflected into proposed rules. And while studying also, when you will be at the final level, there is a costed paper, so it will be quite helpful for you. So I will definitely urge you that the best way to learn is to learn by yourself. So you definitely you can go through this. So I will just take you through this presentation. So as I said that this presentation I will be focused more onto the practical side of the many students. In fact, those who wanted to pursue their career in practice, they were more concerned. So from the I am also practitioner. So from the practitioner perspective, we have to see. You know. So this is what we will do. You know. So let us move on. So I have just in the presented one synopsis, and out of that synopsis, we are going to discuss what are the important things. So this is almost only 2 3 slides are there, not much, and we are also not going to go in detail. As I said, that we will have some technical session sometime later in some other forum. So what the scope says about the scope, what is the mention in the report? It says that every company having the aggregate turnover limit of 75 crores of the products and services would be covered under uh, uh, cost records and audit rules for cost or records maintenance as well as for cost audit. So here there are two parts. Okay, the first part is cost audit. Earlier threshold limit was 100 crores for company as well, which has been reduced to 75 crores. Okay, so the company for cost audit, you have to the threshold stands from 100 crores to 75 crores, and for maintenance of records, the other way around from 25 to 35, it has been increased to 75. So number one, friends, that this there was a lot of this thing that's or this somebody told so three times it is increased. So three times increase. So there were certain six industries. Let's take the example of sectors like power or fertilizers or say pharma. So for them, even 25, 75 crores is a very small number. So I don't think so. It is having a much implications as in terms of cost audit applicability. In fact, as I said to you, that the cost audit limit is less. See, what happens is that cost records, okay, maintenance of cost records. So you will find that this cost records, who maintains the cost records? The company maintains, isn't it? Is there any certification of that cost record? So as of now, there is no certification. Only thing is that there is a disclosure in Caro report that this company is maintaining the records. Okay, so there is no certification as such, or there is no filing to the MCA. So this is records are being maintained internally, and this is a one-time yearly activity for any company. Uh, those who are applicable to it, they have to maintain it. So in my opinion, see, these cost records in any case they have to maintain, and if you are crossing that threshold, so the other side of the story is that your cost rate limit is reduced, and this limit also that it says that in the second clause that the if that product should have a turnover of more than 75 crores, so which was 35 crores in earlier cases. So what happens is that in that process, so see a company, for example, I will give you example of any big company. So it may happen that some of the part of that many of the big companies, suppose there is a one finance company, they have certain windmills, so their turnover from that energy or that electricity activities, so that falls under cost audit, isn't it? So if that crosses 35 crores, then they have to do the cost audit for entire company, and this is what the provision says right now. Of course, they have to report the part pertaining to only electricity in the prescribed average cost statements. Now, in these cases, what will happen is such cases perhaps will get eliminated. Okay, so if your turnover is more than 75 crores and onwards, then only you have to maintain the cost records and do the cost audit. So that threshold has been increased, no doubt. But in terms of practice, I don't see any much impact of that. Okay, what is being portrayed to you is a very very exaggerated kind of a picture, which I defer to differ with that view definitely. I will see other way around that there is a reduction of 25 crores of rupees, and see the policy of government is also very clear that gradually they want to increase the limit. So you take any say income tax slabs, gradually they have increased limits of the other audits like tax audit, this thing. So they are increasing. So as the we are progressing, our income levels are increasing. It is expected that this will go up. So accordingly, considering that into mind, perhaps government must have thought to increase this limit to 75 crores. But according to me, it will not have a much of impact. Some of the companies, of course, see if a company is having turnover of 1,000 crores and only one part that may be 35 crores. So that also, it's that terms of in terms of materiality, we have to also look at into. We are also into a world where government want to implement the ease of doing business. So it is you have to also, we as a national body, we have to look at the larger interest, not only just on the increasing the audit. So industry wherever that there is a need, we this audit applicability should be there. So according to me, this point definitely would answer the question what is in the minds that okay, this three-time increase is nothing like that, not a measure according to me. And whatever cases I have seen, I mean, I don't see much of uh, cases, going out of the audit mechanism. In fact, there will be increase according to me. Then there is a second provision which says that product turnover, that 75 crores is there, it should be there, and that also they are saying that it should be there uh, for any one of the immediately 3% in financial. So once your turnover crosses 75, at least for next 2 years you have to do the cost audit. So irrespective of your turnover goes down or up, you will continue to do so the maintenance of records as well as cost audit. Then you have to say, give the cost sheets for major products having contributing at least 5% of total turnover. So that is also logical. So that sometimes it happens that there are certain minor product categories, and you have to do a detailed reporting. So that perhaps the idea is that to eliminate such kind of minuscule activities of the company. Uh, so I will just move on. Okay. Now here that the point perhaps I would like to bring, that it has retained almost all the sectors. So four sectors are going out. That also I have listed I think in my presentation. So four sectors are going out. So that also I will tell you in subsequent slide. But what is coming in? So recommended inclusions. So just see the recommendations. Say it says talks about gems and jewelry, films, media and entertainment, waste management, hospitality. That means hotels, etc. IT services, companies involved in food processing, quarrying, paints and varnishes, online information and data retrieval, the sheets of then particle boards, fiber boards, plywoods, tiles, marbles, ceramic items. So this list first its item itself you'll see such a big, like talking about hotels, the media, the films, waste management. These are all buzzing sectors. Data this most of the IT companies will fall under this online information and data retrieval. Sorry. So I find that this uh, whatever perhaps smaller loss or smaller things which are going out, this will perhaps bring a bigger things. So why don't we look at that? Okay, right now suppose you take any gems and jewelries, every single company under this gems and jewelry category, it will be exceeding 75 crores, because see that value of the metal itself has gone increased. A very small shop, jewelry shop down below your house or nearby your house, perhaps if it is a private company, you will find that they have exceeding turnover of 75 crores. So that way this entire sector perhaps will go under this audit. Film, okay, media, entertainment. So it could be your OTT channels, or it could be FM, or it could be any social media companies. So for them also this will become hotels. You see how many numbers of hotels are there, you know. So we have to look at into that also. That according to me, perhaps has been missed by many of our friends. Then specialized vehicles for defense, police forces, paramilitary forces, space and atomic energy procured by government. So this is also especially defense procurements. You will find that a lot of it will open us the entry doors for the defense sectors. Then craft paper, paper board, uh, corrugated paper, paperboard, pulp paper, then construction services related to infrastructure projects of rail system. So infra projects that also has been included. So these you will find that this is a good list of activities or these other sectors which are getting added, which is having much bigger number. So what I see is that there is a multifold increase in the cost audit what we have to do. Then somebody thought that what would be question mark. So I don't have any doubt in my mind, and those who are having doubt, they should get it clarified. So this is just about the applicability. I mean, as I said, that only four sectors are going out. I think this tea, coffee, plantation, and some rubber and milk powder. So like that, there are four sectors which are just going up. I see that sectors are also not very big sectors, not having much of the only company operating rubber sector. Very few companies are there, no? So I don't think so. There is a much of damage over there. Then, yeah, come to the next point, which is according to me are very critical. The cost side of products, services, schemes where the government provides the incentive through PLI. Okay, so this is also, according to me, very good provision. So PLI there, that is there right now for 14 sectors. Okay, so what are those sectors? So just to name few. Okay, I have done small. Okay, so this includes the critical drugs, critical key starting materials, drugs, intermediary, active API. So this comprise of drug and pharmaceuticals. Of course, that is already covered. Then mobile manufacturing and specified electronic components like accessories of the mobile and tabs and other devices. So mobile also will fall under it. Mobile manufacturing, manufacturing of medical devices. Then most importantly, automobiles and auto components. So if any company is availing PLI for automobiles, so even though that category it is not included, this will get included on account of this recommendation which has been given by the committee. Then pharmaceutical drugs, specialty steels, telecom and networking products, then electronic and technology products, then white goods like ACs, LED, and what. Then next one is the food products, so that is also under PLI. Textile products, that is also covered. Then high efficiency solar PV modules. Okay, so solar modules if you are making that also will get uncovered if you are having in the PLI. Then batteries, that advanced chemistry cell batteries, and drone components. So this industry, although not mentioned, this will get covered on account of the PLI. So the clause number one, what is being mentioned in my presentation. Then committee also recommends to provide the mandatory cost audit for the multi-state cooperative societies. So this is one more good recommendation. So multi-state cooperatives, if you are there, so the committee recommends that similar. So right now we are talking about Companies Act. So similarly, it says that you have to extend this to the other types of organizations like multi-state cooperatives. Then next one is also very interesting is that this provisions also should be extended to cooperative societies, trusts, autonomous bodies, and other authorities like public transportation providers, including rail, metro, state transportation, roads, etc. So now, friends, what do you think that how this looks like? Isn't this something? Can you just drop your views on the chat box? You like it? You find that yes, perhaps this would have good positive effect on the profession. You agree? Okay, some of the comments like Fiki commented about cost. See, what happens is that industry, see, if any industry, they have their views. Okay, so some of that Fiki is one of such association. So they have given that perhaps they don't see any industry do not want compliance. So given the choice, industry always wants that okay this all the audit should be used away all these things, so that happens, so it is their comment. So of course MC is there, he will take a balanced view because always it is the government who has to take a balanced view. So everybody has a right to expression, which they have done. According to me, nothing to be taken negatively. That is their view. So, as a professional body or as a national institute, we should be open to the comments of the stakeholders like the FICI, that is the trade associations and industry. So, not to take anything in the other way around. That is what is my personal view. So, any further questions? I will be happy to take any questions are there. So, somebody asked about. Yeah, Rekha is asking that is it affect the on job? See, the effect on job, yes. If that requirement of this cost rate or cost records is there for many more industries, perhaps as an auditor also there is a requirement, and as a somebody has to maintain the records, then somebody will do the audit. So there will be requirement for people who to maintain the records also. So according to me, if that audit is being extended to such so many sectors, job opportunities also are going to get increased. Many students are also talking about foundation results, so yes, that also will take. There is no need to reply. There is nothing derogatory. See, you are taking is this too much that okay. FICCI is one of the see. There were other trade associations. They have given in a positive angle. So you are not looking at that also, isn't it? That in fact one of the trade associations they have said that, sir, why don't you why you are doing this audit yearly? They want to do it quarterly so that they will get the information. Uh, Early information so that they can have the real benefits of having maintaining this cost records and doing the cost right. So these are positive recommendations. So according to me, you also should look at the other associations what they have given, and based on that, see these recommendations were there, but committee has taken the balance too. And what is the recommendations? You can see there is no need to again go back what the FICCI says. So the next step will be that when the draft rules regulations will be there, that perhaps will be there for the public opinion. So at that time, we will see what happens next. In the meantime, there are 30 days. So if you want to give any comments, there they have given MCA. You can write to MCA. So I will request that all of us, we can positively give some positive comments that how you feel about this rules or other committee report. And if you find perhaps some of the things you want to improve upon, you first of all, I will request that do a thorough study. Don't just what I say or what anybody other says. Don't do like that. You do your own study. It will be helpful for you in your career. So that is what is my personal recommendation to you. प्लीज सबको अच्छे से आप पढ़ के फिर आप कमेंट्स दे दो. It will be noted by government and it will help all of us to secure a good position in the industry in terms of audit. So our scope will expand and so as our career, isn't it? Effect on CMA job, I told that it will have the positive impact according to me, because it will definitely I see this as a more additions than the deletion. So it is a that way a good report. As I said that I am also into reading of in detail, because it is, as I said, that reading is I have done reading, okay, but understanding the comprehending what is the logic and what perhaps made government to or the committee to give some recommendations. So these are in between lines also you have to read. So that you read it, and I will also do it, and perhaps we will have some technical detailed presentation sometime later to see that how what it goes like. So that we will do sometime. So actually this perhaps it was a couple of days some it was blown out of proportion. So that is why I thought do a quick chat with you and clarify your doubts, so which will help you to have focus on the your career than anything else. There is an institute, there is a council, there is a president, vice president, so we are there to take care of interest. I'm happy that all of you are interested, so keep your enthusiasm open. Be I really like that all of you have gone ahead, and I also thank that whomever has expressed their view, at least they brought to the notice of students what is coming in. As a student, I always feel that you have to be decided. So this remains. So I thank all of you for joining. About the foundation result, yes, you can expect in maybe the date mentioned was 11th of July. So 11th of July, you can expect the results to be there. Okay. So just one more day, perhaps wait, and 11th you will find the results. So all the best to the foundation students. Do well, and uh, once you want more and more of you to uh, participate, more of you to into enter into this CMA profession. As I always say that the CMA profession, the future is bright. Everywhere, management accounting is a flourishing career, not only in India but globally also, and it will continue to do so, provided you keep your skills. Okay, you have to have a good set of knowledge. You have to have your own technical skills, abilities, as well as the attitude, abilities. So this all you will learn over the course of time when you're doing this course. Okay, so I think I have answered the most of the questions. Somebody asked, I think the health and education section limit is too high. None. This limit is there for same for everything. Say educational institute, for example, you think, but they are having bigger turnover. So I don't think so. 75 crores is a big number. Many of the bigger organizations, wherever, because see, if you impose this cost audit or cost records to smaller entities, it comes with a cost, and at that point of time they are not geared up for that. They neither have an infrastructure to take care of people. You should have good set of people, good systems, good processes set up, so which will helpful to making your cost sheets and costings. So which is not there. So it is not that you just come down the threshold limit. Everybody has to maintain cost records. Not required. So certain size you achieve, then thereafter the next things will come. So I hope I have clarified your most of the questions. So I don't find many questions. One Akash has read this. Can you explain about the rotation and disclosure of costed in board report? Very good point. Actually, that I'm happy that Akash you have read these things. Very nice. Actually, this is a good provisions because right now that disclosure, whether you are maintaining the cost records or not, that is there in the CARO report. That is the auditor's report. Now that recommendation is that this has to be included in the board report. So what happens that once it becomes a part of the board, automatically the board becomes responsible. They become aware that there this lies that this cost statements, cost records, as well as the cost audit. So that burden shifts to the management. They have to get the things done. So it is a very good provision. Further, it says that you have to give some quarterly reports to management. So that is also there in as a part of the recommendation. So this is also welcome provision. This will bring a lot of interaction between the board members and the cost auditor. So cost auditor will be in a position to give good suggestions, which in turn can help the company to become more profitable. And rotation of cost auditor. So in fact, that is also a welcome provision. It is especially for youngsters. I'm telling you this. In fact, as you're aware that I got elected as a central council member last year. So it was there also in my manifesto. What happens is that established firms, okay, they survive. But what about the newcomers? So for that, that rotation is there required, and moreover, that rotation brings the quality. Okay, if the same auditor is doing for a number of years, so in that case, that perhaps there could be some lacuna. So if other person checks it automatically, he can bring some better inputs. He can ensure that the best practices are adopted. So its rotation is a very good provision. So according to me, it's a welcome provision, and it will definitely very good for the youngsters. So those who are planning to start your practice, for you, I hope that this gets implemented, and by the time all of you qualify and become CMA member. So you have to become member, then take COP, then you can do such cost rates. So I wish that all of you pass by the time this get implemented, so that all of you can get the benefits of the rotations, and that will help you to especially the younger ones, to establish your practice, to establish your career. So it will be a very very welcome provision according to me. So uh, I think good point, Akash, you have raised. Uh, I think let us stick to the topic. So I don't find any other questions. Rekha, you have to read again this report or the synopsis. You will get the answer. It's very simple. So I will not answer over this. I will request you that you kindly study. You will get the answer. So thank you very much, friends, and I hope you have a lot of clarity now. So do your best. All the best for the foundation students. As I mentioned, that the declare date I just missed. That was on 11th. So 11th you will find your results there. So all the best and take care of yourself. Inter students, you have to wait for some time for the results. So that also will be announced soon. So thank you very much. And with this, I end for the today. So also share this video if you find this into social media, because you are I'm not a YouTuber or anything. I'm just doing for the sake of our CMA community and CMA students especially. So those you find that okay, some of these videos are which are doubting our future are there. So you can share with your friends that you also have a look at this, so that you can take the balanced approach. You read it out, as I told you, that you will get the answers of all the questions, which will perhaps clarify all the doubts in mind. And don't be doubt this thing. As I said, this is only a part of the statutory provisions. Okay, so as you are aware that one part of our curriculum is a statutory practice or statutory areas, traditional areas, and the other side is the non-statutory or non-audit area. So that always keep on increasing, and the consulting is always a bigger opportunity than auditing. So don't doubt yourself, don't doubt this great institute as well as this great profession. And with this, I end up for today. Thank you very much. Goodbye and take care.